People, deluded. Now, I'll keep getting this question. People are asking me, should we have kept Santi Cazorla? And I thought I'd make a video about it. Now, yes and no. I say yes purely because of hindsight. In hindsight, of course, Santi Cazorla, it looks, why did Arsenal let him go? He could have, if not been a starter, contributed to our side. I mean, for someone who's had injury problems the last 2 years, we know his last contract that he was given at Arsenal was probably just to keep him motivated in terms of his injury. Well documented his injury as well, and we're obviously very happy that he's come out of his injury issues. There was even talk of him losing a leg. For me, he's very, in terms of the modern day, in terms of players purely at the Emirates, not Highbury and Arsenal in general, but players at Emirates, he is not legend. That's a strong word, but favoured icon, sort of fan favourite. He is, for me, he's very underrated, man. He's very underrated. He's been there for us, decisive moments. Probably the best one. You're looking at Hull in the FA Cup final. I was there. I got it on camera somewhere. Santi Cazorla has been amazing on the flanks, in the 10, deep lying, played with a smile on his face. Away from all that sentimental stuff, we know he was injured. Yes, in hindsight, we should have kept him. He's gone on to make 27 appearances in La Liga alone, playing the Europa League where he's done quite well and scored as well, getting 4 goals and 7 assists. That shows you, if he's played 27 times, that shows you he could have probably played at Arsenal and done a decent job in regards to us and could have provided some experience. And we actually could have used him in central mid. Could you imagine Santi Cazorla, Guendouzi, Ozil on the pitch, somehow Ramsey on the pitch, and all them other attacking players? Wenger ball at his finest. Wenger would probably be somewhere in Spain, not Spain, France, sipping his wine, loving it. And Santi could have been someone for Emre, a lieutenant, experienced, Spanish, fellow Spaniard, Spanish man, someone that he could have in it. But like Wilshere, we needed to free up wages. They weren't in their plans. Santi, obviously, if Santi didn't have these injury problems, he would have been in Emre and the club's plans. But at the time, it made 100% sense to to let him go. It didn't make sense to keep him because he still had to work his way back to fitness. Arsenal needed to move on and make a clean break, obviously, with the Wenger stuff and kind of cut players loose. And we still got to do it this year. So I just support the decision, man. Obviously, like I said, hindsight is beautiful and it makes it look like a no-brainer. But at the time, it was a perfectly justified decision. And I think some fans like to moan for the sake of moaning. The only thing I will say is that obviously Santi really didn't get to say goodbye properly, and you're just thinking if only he was fit and he could have said a proper goodbye to the fans. That's probably what it was missing, man. But I'm happy for Santi Cazorla. When I'm seeing him play well against Barcelona, I'm sure he played against Real Madrid, doing his thing in the Europa League, seeing that smile back on his face, it's ecstatic, man. Like we know, in fact, we know he's a professional footballer, but he's a human being. He's a dad. To us, we're Arsenal fans, we just see his leg injury and think, oh, he can't play football. He can't run up and down. He couldn't run up and down with his, either, I don't know, his son or his daughter or whoever, or do certain things away from football. And he is a footballer. Not being able to play football is obviously going to make you extremely depressed. Not being able to train and all of these things, it can become quite lonely. And not to go over the same things again, because I've done the videos around him and he's actually specified on a lot of these things. It can be a lonely place, and for me, I'm happy, man, because they said he was going to lose his leg. He's been through how many operations and setbacks and even things like the wound getting infected. Like, he must have thought there was no hope. So just to see him playing, just to see him walking again is a blessing. And just to see Santi back smiling, playing football, making a difference, showing his wonderful technical abilities is lovely. And he's doing it at a club like Villarreal where he has history with it, man. So hopefully Villarreal keep promotion, keep in the league and fight relegation purely for Santi Cazorla. Happy to see Santi Cazorla doing his thing. Obviously now it looks like a no-brainer to have kept him, but in hindsight's a beautiful thing, and it was justified to let him go, and still is in my opinion. But yeah, man, a lot of people have been asking me about that and have been, so I thought, you know what, let me make a video about it. But yeah, people, DG, I'm out.